So these are just my quick thoughts about Raising Kanan Season 5, Episode 3. This is Episode 3, final season, and we have 5 episodes left. There's 8 episodes this season. But let's get into some of the highlights. It was a lot going on. This is more of a build-up episode, but let's get into some of the thoughts. It looks like Breeze is one crazy guy. At the beginning of the episode, he takes out that guy on Unique's corner. It was one of Unique's guys. He just takes him out, and Kanan's right there with him, just watching what Breeze does. Breeze is something else. I don't think we've seen a person like Breeze in the Raising Kanan series, so it's interesting to see what's going to happen in the next 5 episodes. But if something serious is going to happen, a few characters will not make it. I don't know which ones. It's hard to say right now. But yeah, it's starting to build up for sure in episode 3. Then we have Marvin and Rock. We saw a lot of, what they're really doing in Manhattan. They're working with the lady and the girls. They're pushing the weight. But you really see they've really taken all of their work out of the Queens and they're really moving to Manhattan. Stefano isn't happy, but they found a loophole around what he said, and they're really going to be working in Manhattan. And this episode just really showed the beginning of that process and what they're really going to be doing. That's Marvin and Rock and their new business partners. But then we have Kanan. Kanan, it looks like he's starting to really figure out that it was not Rock that erased Famous. I think he's going to find out by the end of this season. It's hard to say. I think somehow he's going to find out and Breeze is going to be part of it, but I'm not really sure. But Famous name keeps coming up, and I know for sure Kanan is going to find out. But it's also crazy how Kanan, he told Marvin to come work for him. It's just crazy to think about from season 1 to season 5. Kanan has really grown up, and he's trying to act like he's the boss. But Marvin, he's been that gangster. He's been that guy. So Marvin had to tell him, you know what I mean? I'm not working for you. Marvin really went off. Marvin's a really, he's a really emotional guy in general, but he had to tell Kane. I'm still surprised that Kane actually, was trying to have Marvin work for him. I don't know if he really meant that or he was just trying to, I don't know what Kane was trying to do. But then we have Jukebox. She's following the cop around. She got this guy, he's going to be doing some dirty stuff. I'm not sure what's going to happen. He might be out of here as well. But yeah, Jukebox, man. She's just kind of wandering around doing her thing. I think she's going to be the one that finds out what happened to Uncle Lou. Something else that really stood out, when Breeze was talking to Kanan, he was saying they are the new guys and the old heads have to go, basically. I think something is going to happen to Snaps and Pops. It just makes sense. Something, I don't know if it's going to be Breeze taking them out, Kanan, but Breeze wants to take over everything. He wants to get rid of everyone that was before them and the young guys take it over. So I think it might be the end of Pops and Snaps. I think this might be the end. Give them a couple episodes. There's only 5 left, but I think they're out of here. It might be their own relative Breeze taking them out. But yeah, man, it's still sad that Lou is gone. And Marvin, he's just having a hard time. He's been real emotional because that was his brother. Man, yeah, he's crying. You just look at him and Jukebox. They're real emotional. Jukebox really cares about her dad. And Marvin's just going through a lot this season. Man, it's going to be crazy when Marvin actually finds out what happened to Uncle Lou. Hopefully he does find out. I think that's something they're building up to. It's hard to really say, but I think that will happen this season. But after Marvin and Jukebox were having that emotional talk, now we have Jukebox actually working. She's working with Marvin because she cares about her dad and his safety. So she's working in the bar. She's the one counting the money or behind the counter. She leads the women over to the other guy, and the guy gives them the work, and they go out there and pass out the work in Wall Street and bring back the cash to Jukebox. But it's crazy because that last lady, I can't remember her name, but after she came back, they had another job for her, but she said, no, I have a client. And who was the client? It was Kanan. And that was the end of the episode. So I'm excited to see what happens in episode 4. But it's sad that Raising Kanan is almost over. But these are just my quick thoughts. Let me know how you feel about this episode and what are some of your predictions for the remaining 5 episodes of this final season of Raising Kanan. Let us know in the comments.